I don't know if you guys have seen that show on Netflix. It's about that company called Golden Auctions. What's the name of the show? It's something golden or
It
whatever.
has
Anyway,
to be golden, yeah.
so Golden Auctions is this company that gets high value sports memorabilia and then auctions it off for money and for profit, right? So anyway, what has that got to do with what today's topic is? Well, here's the thing. Some of you will remember that Shohei Ohtani, who had one of the great seasons in Major League Baseball history, hit his 50th home run to join and create the 50-50 club. Obviously, that ball's going to be worth a little bit of something, right? So there is a crazy, for those of you who've not heard about this, there is a crazy lawsuit, 2 of them, surrounding this ball. So here's the scenario. Shohei Ohtani is at bat. He's sitting on 49 home runs. He cranks it out of the park, 50th home run. Now, as the ball is going into the bleachers, this one guy misses it. Then it's falling because he kind of hit a wall, falls down to the next level. This other guy reaches out for it, and it just goes off the tip of his finger, so he misses it.
I like the guy in the screenshot of the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like recording
in the
himself.
Like, hey.
He's watching it. He's like, whoa, cool.
So, okay, now I want you to keep this picture up here because there are going to be 3 people in particular that we're looking at. So when the ball drops and that one guy misses it, a scrum ensues. Like Aussie rules football, where like a whole bunch of people pile in. And as you can see, the one guy in the middle with the red circle around him, we're going to call him, for the sake of the discussion, to keep things simple, guy number 1. He comes out with the ball. Now, he then takes it to Golden Auctions. They're going to auction it off. At first, they thought that ball was going to be worth several $100,000. Well, here's the catch. The bidding has already started, and it's already at $1.5 million. So this ball's worth a lot. It's a big deal. But once he did that, let's go back to that other picture there.
Sure.
The guy in red behind him, we're going to call
Miami.
him guy number 2, 18-year-old kid.
Mr. Miami.
He files a lawsuit trying to get the ball, claiming that he had possession of the ball first and that the other guy got it away, wrestled it away, like got to put his legs around it and pulled the ball out and all that kind of stuff, and he got it.
Hope he gets the right ball.
He's down
No, he
in
got
there.
a handful of balls.
Yeah.
He got a handful of balls. All right. So guy number 1 ended up with the ball. Guy number 2 in red files a lawsuit, says, hey, I had the ball first. Well, then there's a second lawsuit, I should say, from a guy we're going to call guy number 3. Guy number 3 claims that he actually had possession of the ball prior to the scrum and that another fan hit his arm, knocking the ball loose, which then the scrum ensued. So guy number 3 claims the ball should be his. So all three of these guys number 1, guy number 2, and guy number 3, they're all in court now. And it's going to be up to a judge to kind of figure out, okay, so who gets the ball? Now, in the meantime, all 3 parties have agreed, according to a story on ESPN, that the ball that's currently at Golden Auctions can continue to go up for auction and get sold, and that Golden Auction will then take the money from the winning bid and hold it in trust until it's determined who the ball belonged to, right? And then they'll get the money for it. All right, so it's just this crazy thing about this ball that got knocked out. Now, here's the thing. A little bit earlier today, I sat down and I watched a couple of YouTube videos talking about this, and they had like 4 or 5 different camera angles from official cameras and people just there with their phones recording the thing, right?
It's a grassy knoll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Zapruder film.
exactly. It's a grassy knoll situation. So I'm watching it, and there is, to use NFL instant replay rule, I saw no definitive video evidence that anybody had possession of the ball until guy number 1 came out with his hand raised.
Because it seems like it bounces. Like it just, like no one took it. It just bounced.
Yeah, it bounced and rolled around and everybody was going for it. Yeah. Now, there was a witness who said that they saw the kid in the red shirt, guy number 2, had the ball and that the other guy took it away from him. Turns out though that witness is a friend of that guy. That that kid is the witness's boss. So you can't really believe that. So that's the only eyewitness from that. But yeah, I looked at it. I never saw anybody get possession of the ball first and have it knocked away. So there goes guy number 3. Well, I saw the kid get close and be in the area of the ball. And listen, maybe he did, but I saw no video evidence that said the kid had the ball. All I saw, the only time I ever saw from all the different camera angles, the only guy who came out with that ball was that dude, guy number 1. So unless there's some other video evidence that comes forth, Frodo, bring forth the ring. Unless some other guy comes forward with like conclusive video evidence, I think guy number 1 is going to end with the ball. Unless, you know what else is possible here? The 3 parties can get together and say, you know what? Okay, instead of taking it in front of the judge where one of us could lose, why don't we just make an agreement? Guy number 1 who came out with the ball, you get 50% of whatever the auction is, and then the other 2 guys will split 50% each.
Still
So we each
a
get 25.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Still a ton of money.
Yeah.
Tons of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But again, like I said, from the video I saw, I don't see any way, but it is, Ryan, this type of stuff is nuts.
Yeah.
Like that's already a bid for $1.5 million to me is crazy. What do you make of this whole situation?
I'm surprised there wasn't more people rushing them to try to get it. Like
It landed
it's-
like in a private box
Yeah,
area.
of course.
There's like 15 or 20 people in there.
even still, you got to imagine, like you said, they thought the ball would be a couple 100,000. Even with that, you know, if it's in the area, I would try to jump over some seats to get a ball if I could. I do feel bad for that kid if he did have it and the older guy took it from him. But like you said, there's no real evidence of it.
And I'll feel terrible for that kid.
So like he's fighting an adult basically for a ball. So
Yeah.
that kind of sucks. Splitting it would be cool, I think. Kind of just if they want to make some money off of it, why don't they have like a competition for it? Like a mini
what,
home run
Hunger
derby.
Games?
Like a mini home run derby. Who can hit the furthest gets the winnings. I don't know. They can all make money off of it. To see someone win that, I don't know. It's kind of silly that they're all fighting over a stupid ball.
Well,
but-
no, but here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, they're not fighting over a ball. They're fighting over what
It-
will probably be $2 million.
At the end of the day, is Ohtani just buying it back? Because it's his. It's his.
Good.
So, yeah,
Just give it to him. He could use the money.
But you know what? Ohtani has $750
That's what I mean.
million.
Like, they hit, like-
well,
I know-
not for a decade though.
Well, I know usually when someone hits like a ball like this, like they give it to the player and the player gives them something or whatever. But since this is such a big deal, I understand the money.
Yeah, if
money
this ball
part.
was going to be worth like $5,000,
Yeah. So-
then the team would give him autographed jerseys, a meet and greet with the player.
Yeah.
But we're in the millions of dollars here.
So I do wonder who ends up buying it. If it's obviously a Dodger fan or Ohtani fan, or if it's just Ohtani himself, because
Or just a baseball
Yeah.
fanatic or
Yeah.
whatever.
so
Ah.
we'll see how much it gets up to.
Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this whole thing? Ohtani hits a baseball, and now there's lawsuits going on over a home run. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.